Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol AUPH. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like a few weeks worth of time, it's actually just the past 2 days broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame. I think does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then just makes levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I did do this analysis yesterday, so that's where these red and green lines are coming from. Definitely want to get the chart updated here as we head into the weekend, although update's probably not the right word, more so kind of confirm a few levels that I talked about. So the first thing, though, before I get into any of that is just a little house cleaning, and I'm going to delete this green line down here. But the reason I'm delete that all revolves around this purple line, which I talked about in yesterday's video. And from the broad sense of things, from taking a step back, looking at the big picture, the easiest way to really look at, the current chart from a bull, the bull's health perspective is as long as the price is above that purple line, bulls are in full control, bulls are in full health, however you want to visualize that. So because of that, because, that purple line is the 50-period simple moving average is our overall trend indicator, and because it's closed up above the green line there, I'm just going to go ahead and delete that green line out of there. Sure, it still pertains, but as hopefully I've done a good job of explaining, it's not really a top priority anymore since that purple line has crossed above it. And next week you can see that the purple line's about to cross above that green line here too. So if I come back and do this on Monday, I'm sure I'll be deleting that green line out of there, assuming the price stays up above it. But as it stands right now, purple line, again, 50-period simple moving average, definitely the overall level of support. Next, or current area of support, actually, because they're so close, I'm just going to get rid of that too now that I think about it. Let's make this really clean. So really going into next week, let's just look at things from the big picture perspective. And again, as long as the price is above that purple line, bulls are in full control. Now, in terms of confirmation, like I said, this isn't really an update, but for those of you that did watch yesterday's video, I talked about 495 as a level of resistance, and that's where that red line is here. And we definitely got confirmation of that here. Sure, the price broke up above it a few times, but as far as ever getting any sort of separation and continuation from it, that never happened. So as it stands right now, 495 is definitely kind of being the thorn in the side of the chart. I would definitely agree it was weakened up today, but you still got to consider that a level of resistance. In the event the price can push through that, though, next week, next key level of resistance to keep an eye on up there at $5.25. So sure, it pulled back a little bit more today, but from big picture perspective, bulls do still have an opportunity to build a higher low. And, that's what it's all about in terms of building those long-term uptrends. So we'll see what happens next week. One of the most popular questions I get is, hey, Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together this free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then by all means, click right there to get access to the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point. And like I say, it is free. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend.